I'm a cold stepper. Do you love me if you don't know? Pressure. If we text, I'm tryna bone. Oh, yes, sir. Me so horny and she know. Ho, get her. I ain't even break your back yet. God flow. Find me wherever.
Champion. We remain here. It's your boy Jay Black, aka Black Man. Shake my hand. We got the people in the building. The team in the building. Shake my hand.
What's going on, Black? How you feeling?
It's Reedy Puffin Loud.
How you
doing? You know, we got a few topics today that we're going to discuss, but this one, you know, I feel like it's pretty important because we're on volume 9 now.
Right.
So, almost 10 volumes. I feel like we haven't truly established who is the #1 spot in the volumes, the king of the volumes. We've had a lot of recurring guests or recurring figures on the volumes, but who holds that title right now? DNA tried to say it was him.
Okay.
Going into volume 8. But I think the history and the stats could show different. How y'all feel?
I agree. It's weird. I'm not gonna lie. You know, behind the scenes, when you gave the topic list, in my mind, I said, "Well, this is a 2-horse race." Like that was the first thing I said. It's a 2-horse race. It's between one of two people. But then, you know, shout out to you and the due diligence. Started looking. I said, "Oh, wait a minute. Wait, this is not a 2-horse race." And it's not. I don't think that we will have an answer at the end of this conversation simply because there's an argument for each of the people that I have, in my opinion. I think all of them, you know, face some tough competition. I think, let me ask you this, right? Do we separate, and don't get mad at me, the original volumes versus volume 7 and beyond, 7 and 8, and now 9 coming up?
Why do we separate it?
Because
volume.
Yeah, but it's just the name. Like the original volumes, it was 100% invite only. There was no tickets. It wasn't no prop gang pull up. It wasn't none of that. It was, you know, it was really the culture.
Pre-pandemic.
Right.
That's not our problem.
Okay.
That's not our problem. So I don't assume separation. Okay. What happens. They call it a volume. You're going to rank it as a volume. So that's it.
Hey, listen. I just wanted to make sure it helps out my argument. That's all. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we have anybody that could say that with their chest poked out and have no argument. Like, there's no undisputed king of volume. There you go. Surf like basketball. It's like boxing. We got the WBO, the WBC, the IBF. There's a few kings of volumes, but there's no undisputed.
I agree. It can be debated and argued. But I have just one person in mind that stands out to me. I feel like volume has not been the same without this person there. And that's just me. Like, without him being there, volume is just not the same for some reason. So yeah, that's just my argument for the person that I have as contender, I will say, because you say it's multiple people in a race, so a contender for being king of the volumes.
Okay. Well, I mean, we got the history, we got the facts right here, you know, for important matchups regarding, you know, the rankings and stuff like that. So, volume 1, you got Rum Nitty versus Iron Solomon, O-Rad versus Briz Rothstein, Twork versus JC. And I think this is Cerebus right here. You know, these are 3 names that became important or prevalent with the volume brand and structure. So, we might want to stick with those 3 names right there. We got volume 2, Nitty versus John Jonathan, Twork versus Verb, Cortez versus Red. Volume 3, JC versus Av, DNA versus Mickey, Iron Solomon versus O-Rad. Volume 4, O-Rad versus John, Nitty versus Suge, Geechee versus Ars, Twork versus Clips. Volume 5, Verb versus DNA, Surf versus Reed, Twork versus Ad. Ooh, not my fault. I just shouldn't wrote that down.
Don't worry about it.
O-Rad versus Geechee.
Ace versus Swamp.
There's no point in writing that down.
That's all right.
They don't even rank in here. Respect to these brothers, but that's the only one they've been on. Geechee versus Good. Sean versus Pat Stay. On 6, 7, DNA versus Ad. Twork versus Jay. Volume 8, DNA versus King Los.
Yeah.
Where does that put you now?
So
Chat, where did that put you?
So I guess let's start. Who do you? Which one of y'all want to go first? Who y'all got?
What's your argument, or who was even the original person that in your mind you were rooting for? Like, this is the king of volumes before you started actually breaking down all the facts.
In my mind, originally I said this is a 2-horse race.
Between who?
Twerk and Nitty. That was my original thought process. I'm not gonna lie. That's what it was originally. Then I started doing the due diligence, and Old Red, Briz, Cortez, Iron, John Geechee, and if we remember, general consensus, he beat Geechee. Him and John was debatable. If I'm not mistaken, general consensus was he beat Iron. He got Cortez, and I don't remember him and Briz. I can't even lie. I don't remember that at all.
Briz low-key won him champion of the year.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
got one loss and a debatable? Like,
And a classic. And an Iron.
yeah. But then you got Nitty. Nitty versus Iron. We all know how that went. John, great battle, but we know he had the technical malfunction. He hadn't completed his transition to Earth yet. Him and Twerk, fire battle. Him and Suge, when Suge was, I want the pins. And then him and Chilla. Most people had Chilla winning that one. Him and Twerk, I think it's debatable. It lost all the steam after the second round. John got him. Him and Iron is, man.
Classic.
Yeah. And then Twerk. JC, Verb, again, the Nitty battle. Clips. He lost the Clips, but first round is, a lot of people consider that one of his best rounds.
I actually had Twerk beating Clips.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go. I'm glad, because if I said that, it's different, so.
I gotta listen. All my reviews are out there. You can find my reviews, so I'm not just popping up saying these things. Like, check the recap.
Yeah.
It's out there. I said it.
Yeah.
So that's all we have for Twerk.
No. He had Clips and Jada Nightwing. So it's all right. I'm gonna say
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. It's what it is.
I'm gonna say this.
I did my due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I liked.
All right. I don't have. I'm gonna go Twerk, Rum, Old Red in that order. So Twerk's the WBC champ. Rum's the WBA
Like, you're trying to
champ.
separate it.
Because I don't think
You're trying to do champion of the year 1, 2, and 3. It's 3 spots.
Right.
Split the money. We don't do that. What's going on with this guy, Mr. Hot Take? What's up, Mr. Hot Take?
Because I can't. All right. Here you go. I got one. I'm gonna go with Twerk because he's the only one that will have 6 volumes come December.
So
18th.
you're trying to add in volume 9.
Hey man, hey.
So you're just going off of the amount of volumes he's been on.
See, you want us to revisit after 9.
I mean, I don't feel like there's a clear. If one of y'all have a clear king of volume, I'm here to listen.
You want me to go read it, or you want to?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Make your points.
You know, I thought off the top of my head, Nitty. Again, the Cerebus 3 names is Nitty, Twerk, O-Rad. Do my due diligence. I believe it might be O-Rad. I think O-Rad, and I think it's not Nitty. You know, Nitty versus Iron was a classic battle. A lot of people had Iron. Nitty versus John. If people go back to that battle, this is the battle he messed up in.
Right.
Then he had Surf, and I think in a month afterwards. So I think he took a little bit off in this one, and he just wasn't there. John clearly got him in that battle. So it's not a really good look for Nitty in the second volume. He picks it back up versus Suge, which is a very, you know, if he's going to beat me, he died first.
Yeah.
Beat me to death, he died first. Fire. What else he had? And I think that's pretty much it. So for me, it's not him. O-Red versus Geechee. Arguably, Red won that. Debatable battle, shot to Geechee. O-Red won that. O-Red versus John. Arguably, O-Red won that. Iron versus Red. Red won that. Cortez versus Red. Just won the champion of the year belt. Came out dominant. Very fire Cortez. Red won that. O-Red versus Briz. Consensus. Red won that. So Red put up in just 5 volumes this type of score, this type of record, and he hasn't been seen 6 on 6, 7, 8, and he's not on 9.
Right. Well,
So to be able to establish this.
Wait. Take the Woj glass off. We don't know 9 yet. 9 ain't done. All right.
My fault. We don't know what's gonna happen.
They only announced 3 battles.
And I don't know. So it's my fault. They only announced 3 battles. We don't know if he's gonna be on volume 9 or not. My fault, y'all. Sorry about that. But Yeah, so he did all this work, and he hasn't been seen on 6, 7, 8, or 9 as of yet.
Right.
So I think it's alright for me.
It seems like there's a plan to, like, save lives here,
Oh, here we go.
Because I mean, and I said it earlier, since O-Red's been going, I feel like the vibe of Volume has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also gained this right to say, or people have been saying about him, like, we need him back in that environment, right? He's very dominant in that Volume room. Very, very dominant. And every time we've seen him, he's given us nothing but good material, good rewatchable battles. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that he is the king. He can arguably say he's the king of Volume and leave it at that until somebody else, goes on a run like that. We're talking about wins, straight volumes in a row.
Mm. So
you got Red as well.
Yeah, I had Red from the beginning. When the question popped up, my first thought was, Red. Like, he's smoked everybody in the Volume.
She's smart, ladies and gentlemen. She's
smoked
smart.
everybody in the Volume. And even if it was like a debatable matchup for some people, the consensus was that he won those matchups. So, I mean, and since he's been going, we haven't seen nothing like it. We haven't.
You said y'all got O-Red beating John? Or y'all said it was debated?
It's debatable battle. I had Red.
Okay. All right.
I had Red.
I mean,
that's me though.
Yeah, I very, very vividly remember that battle because that's
what
John.
You had who?
No, I thought it was debatable. Like when I watched it live, I had John. I don't think I watched it back though, to be honest.
Yeah, I had.
And then just the level of competition. I know all of these guys had, pretty hectic competition when they schedules for the volumes. But I mean, to go from Briz to Cortez to Iron, it kept leveling up. By the time you get to Geechee, it's like, holy smokes, what we about to get? And then remind you, these is those guys in a small room. We know what Briz can do in a small room. We've seen it a bunch of times. We know what some of these guys can do in these settings. So to come out a victor in that situation 5 times in a row.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about 5. All right.
I mean, it's arguable.
Yeah, because there's the debatables. You're right.
And the thing about it, it's such a surprise because every time we say King of Volume, nobody brings up O-Red.
It's because we haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, that's why. It's because we haven't seen him.
They like the highlight reel stuff, right? So they remember those things more vividly than they remember the O-Red battles. But when you take them back and you discuss it with them, they do remember and they stop and think and say, "Damn."
Right, and you know what? If I'm being honest, the other thing that I think of, and I guess I got to take accountability for that, is I'm thinking of some of O-Red's work off of the volumes. And, he kind of, the Genesis battle, definitely lackluster. Yeah. The band battle, lackluster. So it's like...
But we always knew when it came down to a volume, O-Red wasn't going to play. Like, after the second one, it's like, yo, be careful. This is a volume. This is O-Red in a volume.
Right. So, I mean, O-Red as the undisputed, so there's no debate for Rum.
Right now? No, I think O-Red got it.
Okay.
Right. As of right now, I think O-Red got it. But if you're trying to make a debate for Twerk, he would have to, clear Sue Surf.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that later. Surf.
Because he would have JC, Averb, Clips,
Nitty,
and
Jada
Nightwing.
Yeah, and Surf.
Twerk can take this title right here. Yeah. Twerk can take this title. He definitely could.
Okay.
Shout out Twerk. DNA. Is DNA on Volume 9?
Yeah, they just announced him and Real Sick.
Oh, yeah, they did. My fault. I don't even go off the announcement. I try to be like,
look, that's how we feeling.
Did they announce it yet? I don't want to.
Well, listen.
We good.
I'm talking shit to Surf on Twitter all week long, waiting for the damn contract. Then they announce it right when I start my Squid Game show. Yeah. The announcement pops up. So
yeah. DNA take it? DNA had King Los. Debatable.
Mickey Fax.
Who else? And Av.
Yeah.
I think DNA got some ways to go.
2 more battles at least on the volume before he can,
Yeah.
Has he had good battles on volume? Yeah, absolutely. But
it's just not enough work.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Right. It's not enough work. He got to do more. And O-Red might be off. We got. You know how this stuff goes with how people battle in the politics, I guess. So you probably won't see O-Red unless something happens.
Yeah.
So good luck with that. Hopefully he's on a reunion right there, the Volume 10.
That'd
I would
be
hope
fire.
so. I
Oh,
mean,
that's
that
what it's
would
called?
be-
Volume 10 reunion? That's what it's called?
No, it's not.
Way to leak that
It's gonna be
information.
like
It's not what it's
Volume
called.
X or something.
Yeah,
like
Volume X, something like that. Let me see here. Yeah, Verb got versus DNA. He got who else he got? I didn't write his stuff down. Twerk versus Verb. Nah, he ain't got it.
Yeah, no.
He ain't
The
got
only other person.
it. Head
Like,
Ice. He ain't
Yeah.
got it. He ain't got it.
Shout out to Lou Castro in the chat.
what
We
if
see
Rum
you.
is on? What if Rum is on Volume 9? Would he have? I mean, obviously depending on who he will be battling. I just really don't think that. Like, all right, I will concede because the champion of the year. When you said Briz won him champion of the year, it's
Arguably, yeah, because I feel like Tay Rock was ahead of O-Red
right.
before that. He's actually sitting. If you watch the game tapes, bro, and watch Volume 1, we're talking to Tay Rock as if he already won because like everybody like he won right now, he got it.
Yeah.
And then Red did what he did. It's like, damn, now we got a debate, now we got an argument. Went to game tapes for the notes and everything. It's like Red might be champion of the year. So yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Surf in the chat. We see you.
Yeah.
What else we got? Argue. Just Pete.
So you'd like to make an argument in the future, depending on how things.
No, I mean,
go
as of
forward.
right now, I would have to concede it's O-Red because when you add in the fact that
Can you
he won
believe
a
you never
champion
thought
of the
about
year.
him?
Yeah, it's just it's recency bias. Not seeing him in so long, you know what I
And
mean?
being flooded with so many battles and I
right.
get it, it's a lot.
It's 400 battles a year. We're on this is the third volume of this year. Like
Yeah.
it's just it's recency bias.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said we owe Rock a belt. You're actually right. So the idea of champion of the year came, I think, in 2017, but I think the year prior we did this panel and everything, and Tay Rock won. I think Tay Rock was a 2015 like champion, but there wasn't no real
Structure
I didn't have
involved
the
yet.
structure. I didn't have the money involved. But if I had everything involved, Rock would already had a belt. Literally,
Yeah.
like you go to my IG or whatever, you'll see like me saying, "Yo, Tay Rock is this."
I still
So,
think
yeah.
Rock would have won. I still think Rock won on 2017 too. For right, I donated.
It is what it is.
I donated and spoke my piece in the comments section.
Okay. We're gonna leave it at that. That's the king of chat, you got king of value. Are we right? Did we get it right?
Yeah, I want
Are
to
we
see.
wrong?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do two names at a time.
Sir-
Let's do O-Red and Nitty.
Surf been in the chat talking real crazy. I want to know who he has as the king of volume.
Well, he said Nitty, what's the name?
Dre said Rock could have been a champion back to back 15 and 16.
Facts.
We're gonna do those two names first. Then Twerk and DNA. I guarantee you, if we didn't explain ourselves and just put up Nitty and O-Red, they would have had Nitty, clearly.
Nitty's
That's close.
that's
though.
close. Nitty or O-Red, but Red undefeated. So Sue Surf excited that O-Red
Sue
beat
Surf
Cortez.
has spoken. He has spoken.
Yeah, he's excited that O-Red beat Cortez. That's what it is.
Cortez was good that night, though. That's
I
the
know.
thing. Cortez was on one.
Listen, we're not gonna act
Cortez
like
would have beat a lot of. This O-Red was. He gave the girls his belt.
yeah.
Tell me he handled this real quick. And he went off, I'm telling you. That was a different Red right there, man. I think he had performance night and everything. Alright. Let me see who else. Okay, DNA and Twerk. Let's do DNA and Twerk. DNA is king. Twerk is king. Let's see how I call that. Oh, okay. Shot at Twerk.
Listen, this is not close.
The way you broke it down, I think that they voting based on how we broke it down.
Maybe.
We should do before and after.
Yeah.
Probably. You got to do that segment from now on, before and after with
Yeah.
the fans.
I said you knew the whole popularity contest. I don't think so. Rum
said
Nitty's more
popularity?
popular. I think vaccinated. That's the person's name.
It's a great
I think
name.
Rum Nitty's
Vaccinated.
more popular than O-Red.
Yeah, so it's not
Today.
a popularity
Yeah,
contest
so you can't
because
say that.
no one would even pick O-Red, like,
Right.
ever. Nobody said his name when we started.
Right.
Dree said he's close by, okay. We're going to close it out right there, man. That's it. I think we right as of right now. You know, good luck to everybody that's battling the volume.
Right.
Surf will have Surf Battle Reed.
Mm-hmm.
and he's battling Twerk. So what's the future for Surf?
Listen, Surf is on the last legs of his career.
Oh, here we go.
No,
Here we go. Here we go.
Wait. I'm not saying that as a shot. He said that.
Yeah.
He said like he's on the last legs of his career. So I don't think like yo.
In terms of retirement,
Right. Like you know what I mean. He's got a lot of other things going on. So it's not like a shot, but
his price going down. He's not going nowhere. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Come on, even out of that.
Yeah. I mean,
I think start taking just two battles a year, call it a day. But his price is right at that point where he can do that.
Yeah.
Listen,
he know what he's doing.
All I'm saying, that's what he said. He said that
based on let's go off of what Surf said and not what I know.
Okay.
This is what Surf said. He had a 3-battle situation.
Right.
This will be the last one.
This will be the third battle. Right.
So this is when it's time. And if he do what he's been doing his last two, when he hit him for the next joint, I need this.
Right.
To step outside.
Right. And he said that he wants Easy and Chess next year.
Yeah. So
everybody in gun titles got to see each other. So I mean, that's two right there for next year. And then I mean. Like I said, the way he's getting paid, he can kind of.
Hey, Surf, where was you at, Surf? I really could have used your help. I quoted you. You said, Surf, tell these people in the chat, you said you're on the tail end of your career. Like the last legs of your career. I watched, it was the Three Letter Man interview. He said it there. And now they act like I'm taking shots. Like,
meaning like he's
right,
gonna,
like he's
going to be getting more money.
He's got a lot
of battles.
Right, he's got a lot of things that he's doing.
On his music, but
right, he got a lot of things he's doing outside of battle rap. So see, thank you. He got 5 or 6 battles left. So Twerk is 1. He already said Chess and Easy. That's 2 and 3. So y'all got 3 more battles after that.
That's next year, and then we got maybe another 2 years.
So then we got Cortez, JC, and what's that 5th one? Jay Black, I guess, or Ace Amin.
I'm not battling. I'm good.
Ace Amin would be a good one. If Ace is, up to where he thinks he should be in order to.
Goods is a good one.
Goods is a good one.
Surfing Goods been
King of Volume right here. We just said ORAD was as of right now. That's how we got it. Put in the comment section below if you think we bugging, and go through the matchups too from Volume 1 to 8, because 9 ain't done yet. Alright, champion.
Call my phone and you know my vibe. Say she all alone and it's time to slide, but she on the way, yeah. Conversation, no games, but it's time to play, yeah. If you ask me, girl.